Happy Halloween, everyone. Today we're here to discuss the latest Halloween Horror Nights announcement, which is the return of the classic 1978 horror film Halloween to both Orlando and Hollywood for Halloween Horror Nights 2022. So today we received another teaser video, this time called The Skeptic. And in that video, it was revealed that we will be revisiting the iconic sets of the 1978 film Halloween at Halloween Horror Nights 31 in Orlando and Hollywood as well, but you guys know I cover Orlando. What do we think about seeing the return of Michael Myers at Halloween Horror Nights? What can we expect in this version of the house? Let's get into it. First, as always, if this is the first video you're ever seen of mine, hi, I am Liz. I am a diehard Halloween Horror Nights fan. I've been attending the event since 2001. I almost said 2021, but no, it's 2001, that long ago. If you follow Halloween Horror Nights rumors, you might already know me as I currently run the HHN Rumors website and Twitter, but I have personally covered Halloween Horror Nights on my own channel since 2012. Technically, I think there's vlogs even from 2010 and 2011 on my channel if you really dig deep. But if you love Halloween Horror Nights news, rumors, and vlogs, make sure to subscribe. So without further ado, let's get into the news from today. So first of all, let's cover the news that was provided to us from Universal. So the first important factor is that it is confirmed to be the 1978 classic film Halloween. It's not one of the sequels, it's not a newer version, it is the original movie. Now, I am an Orlando Horror Nights cover, so I'm not up on my Universal Hollywood history. However, we last saw this property at Universal Orlando in 2014. Now, we've seen Michael Myers since then, but the last time they did the classic movie Halloween was in 2014. So I'm gonna go ahead and read their description from the press release. This year's Halloween experience will transport guests to the infamous town of Haddonfield, Illinois on Halloween night, when Michael Myers first donned his notorious mask to embark on his brutal rampage. As guests make their way through his dilapidated home and iconic scenes from the movie, they'll narrowly dodge attacks from the knife-wielding Myers as he stalks their every move. Myers is the embodiment of pure evil who unleashes terror at every turn, and guests will quickly realize that he will stop at nothing and no one to take his bloody revenge. So that's what we have as a description of the house. So previous rumors about this house said that it might be a mashup of some of the different years. Maybe we'll get the new movies, but now we know it is a return to the classic. I, for one, am personally happy with this because, one, I haven't seen the new movies. I know. You guys know. If you know me, you know. I haven't seen the new movies, but also Halloween was the first classic horror film I watched after I saw Scream. So Scream was the first horror movie I ever remember watching as a kid, and that was my gateway into going back and watching the classic horror films. Halloween was the first one. I believe we found it as a cassette of an actual VHS at Sam's Club, and I got the VHS and a t-shirt that came with it. I wish I still had the shirt, I do not, but that was how I watched Halloween for the first time, was on a VHS. So I personally love the movie, and I am glad that it is a return to the classic film. Now, if the rumors are true, this will be a soundstage house. Now, when we previously saw it in 2014, it was a tent house, and it had one of the most impressive facades that they had ever built on a tent house, especially back then. Back then, the tent houses didn't get that much love for an entrance. Inside, they were getting better and better every year, but the facades left a little to be desired until this era of time. That 2014 facade, we were all blown away when we saw it. And not only was it just an actual facade of the house, but depending on when you were in line, you got to see events happen to the house. You got to see the house fall apart. So if you weren't able to attend in 2014, I will do some searching on YouTube and find videos that show the progression throughout the night, and I will link them down below for you. I will also link my playlist of vlogs from 2014. However, it's been a while since I've watched those vlogs, but I think I may have only been in line to watch that happen once or twice because I used to run to it and get in line before the hordes of people came to it. So I was usually there during the day. So I know I have a picture out in front of the facade from 2014, but I will link videos for you down below to watch to see more about the 2014 house if you didn't get to experience it. I'll be honest, as you guys know from watching my videos, I don't love when IPs repeat at Halloween Horror Nights. That said, even though I hate the math of it, it has been 8 years since we saw the last version of the classic movie, so it has been a while even though we just saw Michael Myers in 2016 and 2018, and it was kind of a lot of Michael Myers back to back there for a bit. Realistically, I know that not everyone attending Halloween Horror Nights has been as fortunate to go for as long as I have, and a number of you watching this video may have not even been able to attend in 2014. So realistically, I know we will repeat IPs because there's always going to be a new audience, a new generation coming into Halloween Horror Nights and becoming fans and aging up into attending the event. While it is a repeat, I am glad that it is at least getting a soundstage treatment. If the rumors are true, then it will be in a soundstage, and based on what they were able to do in the tent for 2014, I cannot wait to see what they're able to do in a soundstage for Halloween. I feel like the Facade is just going to be next level, considering they have to top what they did for a tent, right? So Facade, I feel like, is going to be amazing. I can't wait to see what they do with full-size sets and not having the limitations that were associated with the tents. Also, there's news around this event swirling that it is going to be a celebration of Halloween because it is HHN31. Halloween is the 31st. So if we really are truly celebrating Halloween with this event, if Halloween is the overall theme of the event, which I mean, obviously it always is, but really dialing in on Halloween, the holiday, the classic Halloween, the pumpkins, then I feel like you kind of have to have the movie that has the same name, right? And it is a very classic Halloween film with all the pumpkins, and it takes place on Halloween. So I just feel like it makes sense. So all that said, I will withhold my judgment until I am able to see it in person. The previous house was pretty well received, was very well loved. They do have a high bar they're going to have to top, but I'm excited to see how they tackle that. If nothing else, I'm excited to hear the music, the soundtrack in the queue and in the house. I love the music from the movie. I'm also looking forward to yelling old audio cues from the second house. I know it's the wrong house, but I can't help it. I think of Loomis and I just think of, I shot him in the heart. So if you hear that ringing out in the queue, it's probably me. And I'm just still reliving memories from 2016 and that infamous Loomis audio trigger. I shot him in the heart. I shot him 6 times. Love it. So that's it for today's news. How do you guys feel about the return of Halloween to Halloween Horror Nights 31? Are you excited to visit Haddonfield? Are you excited to take on Michael Myers? Are you terrified? Let me know all your thoughts and feelings about the latest announcement in the comments down below. So that wraps things up for today. As always, I will be back if there's any more news, rumors, or announcements to discuss. So until then, stay safe and stay spoopy. Bye.